Martin's Test Shaves. I'm back. I want to do a very unusual honing today. I had the privilege of receiving today through the post on behalf of Marcel over in Belgium these two stones. These are unusual. These are Moughton whetstones, originally used in the North Midlands as actual razor hones. These are from a stone shop which doesn't actually specialise in razor equipment. So they also won't send to Europe. The company would only send to England. So they've come to me. I will do a little bit of work on them and then I'm going to send them to Marcel. Anyway, let me just show you. Incredible pattern on these. Let me wet one. I've taken these to hone them up on a coarse diamond plate, a fine diamond plate, and quite a few layers of emery paper on glass. So this at the moment is on a 3000 grit emery paper, so it's very, very good polish on it. It's a very soft stone. I don't know how this is going to work out. I've got no idea. However, here's the razor I propose to use. This is a S. Pearson and Company of Sheffield. Now, this particular razor is in very good condition. I picked it up, I would say 99% new condition, even though it is a very old razor. And I would say very untouched. It's got a lead wedge. It is quite early. It's a half hollow grind, which is nice for a change. I've taped the spine because it's in such good condition. It had a couple of little minor nicks on the edge. I've already taken those out on the 1K stone. So I'll do a couple more strokes just to prove the point. I've already looked under the little microscope and everything seems to be hunky-dory. But let me just do this first, just to make sure. So there we are. This is the 1000 grit kingstone, which is very, very water hungry, but does take out any roughness and nasty little nicks. So I've already done that. This is just to prove the point. I rather like these sloping movements like this. Hope you can see that. I think these strokes are very efficacious. Anyway, that's that. So that's the 1000. I'll put that down there to dry. Let's now take my favourite, which is my normal go-to, which is the rather nice 3000 grit professional, which I've always fancied because it works very well. It's the Naniwa 3000. It's quite a nice stone actually. I use this more than any other stone. Anyway, this is just me. So it's already been flatted. Let's now put this quickly onto the Naniwa 3000 professional without any slurry. I'm going to do it without slurry today because I want to quickly check under the microscope to see how things are going before I take it onto the Moughton whetstone. You get one of these little cards when you buy a Moughton stone, which tells you its history. I can read it out to you if you wish. Alswick, North Yorkshire, highly unusual, banded siltstone. Moughton whetstone is a thin layer of siltstone with remarkable colour banding, and it is very, very unusual. The bandings form blah, 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 blah. The rock dates from the Silurian period. It was once used for sharpening razors, hence the name, a whetstone, which it is. So we'll use that in a minute, but I think to be fair, we'll go from 3000 grit. Check the 3000 grit under my incredibly cheap little binocular microscope. Somebody asked me what make it was. I've absolutely no idea. I got it off eBay dirt cheap. It's sort of, I don't know, new old stock I think. Anyway, that seems to bring up here, as you can see, some quite nice colour. I would say that will have achieved a very nice 3000 grit finish to the blade. Let me just remind myself to put the lights on in here. Because being England in July, in summer, it's of course as dark as Hades knocker. Or as I say, dark as the Newgate knocker, rather. So, right, okay, let's check this. Here's my little easily portable microscope. Yeah, I'd say it wasn't too bad. It's very difficult when you're using a small microscope like this to avoid getting any water on the edge, and if you do, you can't really see the scratch pattern properly. But I'd say that is now a 3000 grit edge, in which case why not go for feel on this lovely little Moughton whetstone. Let's see how that feels. Do excuse the strange noises. I've got a seagull sitting on my window ledge demanding food. I'd show you and you wouldn't be interested. Anyway, can you see the wonderful swirly patterns? I've rounded off the edges to this piece of stone so we don't get into any conflict accidentally hitting it. The seagull has me in its eye. I think it wants to eat me. That feels very nice actually. I give that a pass for feeling. It feels quite a nice quality, quite a smooth stone. It has the advantage of being the iron oxide included into this, I don't know, sedimentary stone. You're getting a sort of a dual advantage. I wouldn't be surprised if this turns out to be an extremely nice whetstone. It has a lovely feel to it, I'll give it that. Without having to pay thousands and thousands for some strange Japanese stone. Anyway, I'm going to have a quick check. We've gone from 3000. Let's see what it looks like under the microscope. And then I might refine a bit further. Let's have a look. The seagulls are wet. It's raining outside. Just thought I'd let you know. Well, well, well. Well, that's interesting. Hasn't yet given me the sign of a refinement. Then what do I know? Let's try it on my nail. That's the main test. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I would say I'd already tried the nail test on the 3000 and that was fine. So let's do a little bit more on this stone. I'm not going to bring up a slurry on it. I want to try it just naked as it is. This is quite a harsh test because we've gone from 1K, which is obviously very coarse, to 3K, which is still coarse, and we've gone straight onto this lovely little Moughton stone, this whetstone. One thing I would say is I can't yet see any darkening. There's no there's no metal being shown on this stone, so this might be I need to go finer on from maybe to 5K. I'll tell a lie, there might be a smidgen. What a lovely feeling stone. Marcel's a genius. He knows where to find stones. Put a little bit more water on it. Yeah. I'm doing rotary strokes because I always find the rotary stroke takes off a little more metal, and it doesn't, you're not wasting time going backwards and forwards. On top of which, on a small stone like this, you can't go backwards and forwards. No, I'm quite happy with that. Right, last check. Let's see if this time I can discern any difference. Because I've got a feeling we might have a happy combination here. This is a Midlands, well, it says Sheffield, so it is a Midlands. This is a Midlands high quality razor on a Yorkshire stone. Well, that's actually got quite a good shine to it. Well, well, well. Not so much towards the toe. Let me work the toe a little bit more. Yeah, I think I might have made a mistake going from 3000, the Naniwa 3000 Professional. I think that might have been a little tiny bit too coarse. This is actually quite a fine finishing stone. Marcel and I were discussing whether or not it would be a finisher. And I think in this form, it could be a good finisher. Will you shut up? Piece of feathered rubbish. Excuse me while I try and kill a seagull. They're trying to break my window and get in and molest me. That's the seagull trying to break the plastic of my window frame. As you can hear, they're quite large birds. Oh, idiot. It's picked up a few bits of cardboard near my window and has decided it wants to tear them apart. It would like to probably tear me apart. Right, a little bit more and we'll check this last time. And then I'm going to try and strop this and give it a hanging hair test. Let's just make absolutely certain. Yeah. It's gripping. It's not gripping quite as much as I'd like. Just give me a couple more secs, guys. And if this doesn't work, we've proved one thing. This is a very nice, fine stone. So if you can get your mitts on a Moughton whetstone from Ulstwick, North Yorkshire, might be worth an experiment. Or you can pay a fortune for some J-Nat and probably got no more better result. This is a good stone. No wonder they called it a whetstone. It does seem to behave itself quite nicely. But it's very fine. I can't, yeah, it's polishing the steel, but it's not actually leaving any traces. So maybe I'll have to try to strop this, gauge its edge, and if not good, I'm going to go to a 5 and then maybe even an 8K stone and then come back to this. I'm not going to waste any more of your time. I'm trying to keep my video short. But what a pretty stone. I don't know if you can see this well, probably not. It's got a bullseye layers in it. It's brilliant. Right, let me just check. I'll call that a day. Otherwise, these seagulls are going to break in and probably molest me and eat everything. Right, let's have a quick look. Yeah, I've got to say, that's actually quite encouraging. It's not a refined edge, but that's got a very nice polish to it. Well, well, well. Do you know, I'm going to go upstairs, give that a good strop, test its edge. I might even shave with it. I don't think it's quite ready, but it's not far off. Anyway guys, there you have it. We've refined down from a piece of broken rock to this very fine polished finish. This is a very nice old Sheffield razor. I'm going to go upstairs and just try a few tests on it. I might do a little bit later. I might refine down to 8K and then try this stone one more time. Anyway, there you have it. That is a Moughton North Yorkshire whetstone, as used traditionally for honing razors, which is what we're trying to do. Anyway guys, I'm going to call that it for now. See you all later. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for watching. All I do is straight razors. Bye for now.